Okay, so the book I chose to review is The Spiritual Life of Children by Robert Coles, M.D. This is from my Ed 210 class, and my instructor is Miss Lethea Smith. Robert Coles is a professor of psychiatry and medical humanities at Harvard University. He's won a lot of awards, including the Pulitzer Prize for his earlier books about children. And the book, The Spiritual Life of Children, is an interesting insight into the inner lives by Dr. Coles. It's very thorough in bringing an end to writing about children in various regions of the United States and many parts of the world we know today. It has to do a lot with making references to ethics, leadership, morality, role modeling, and stewardship in those aspects. The book goes into a lot of detail about religious and spiritual lives and faiths, including Christianity, Judaism, the Muslim faith, and other interfaith groups that we all know about, and some we don't. And all the different religions mentioned that I just did a second ago. Scriptures and passages were pulled from the respective books from different faith practices. Now, when I was reading the book, something I found kind of interesting is that to learn the reactions from the children, to hear about how they would talk about poverty and isolation and the everyday stresses in their lives as young as they are, it's kind of hard for me to understand. It was a good choice for a book, I think, because it gave me perspective on how children view God and how they view religion, respectively, and to be able to hear it from a different perspective other than my own was really enlightening. Now, Dr. Coles, he makes you understand that children, they don't deserve to be treated like second-class citizens. Just because they're 1/8 your size doesn't mean they deserve 1/8 of your respect. Now, when I was a kid, no one really listened to anything I had to say, so this was a good choice for a book, I think, and the more I got into it, the more I was interested in it. Especially the older people when I was younger, they really didn't listen to anything I had to say, and I'm sure when you were younger, the older people really didn't take you all that seriously either. But something that this book taught me is that when you listen to kids, they can give you an insight into things you might have not thought about before. And I think Dr. Coles is all about giving children a chance to explain how they view the different things, how they view religion, how they view different political and social aspects that we as adults may have a different viewpoint from. So that's the book I chose to review, The Spiritual Life of Children, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who is looking to read a good book about spiritual lives of kids and how they think as far as getting to listen to them better.